Welcome to episode 3 of building my high school in Bloxburg. Excuse the way I look, I just finished having my Dress to Impress movie premiere, so I had a different bodice on to fit my dress. We're just gonna own it today and we're gonna look like this. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the color palette, which has changed just a little bit, and I want your opinion on it. And we are also announcing the title of the school, and then we're going to be focusing on building, of course. So I guess we can start with the name. I asked you guys in the last video to vote in the comments, and well, one won by a landslide, like a huge landslide. So it could be Radiance High, which had 30 likes, and Blissful High had almost 700 likes. So the official name of the high school is going to be Blissful High, and then it's going to be the home of the Cupids. Now let's talk about the color palette before we start building. So as you can see, some tones have changed, some blocks have been placed instead of walls, a lighter color scheme, and then we have a darker color scheme. So I really wanted to incorporate some sort of red, one for the theater, but also because Cupids is like Valentine's kind of stuff, so it's like pink or red, and we obviously do not do pink here. I wanted a red, and Float said we could use it as an accent color, so we might mess with that. But our main colors are going to be the blue and the gold, and then we have different shades in case we want to do like some cool designs or something. But we're going to continue building today. We're going to finish our parking lot. We're going to add some more windows. I feel like the exterior should start getting finished. And let's start with our parking structure, because if you guys remember, I was mentioning I wanted to do like a shade structure. So I found these reference images of the solar panel shade structures, and I thought solar panels would be a good use since they do help with the house bills a little bit. So these look like metal, like concrete structures. We do have this. Also guys, my computer updated and my mouse moves a little bit weird, so hopefully that doesn't get in our way today. We have a round thick pillar we can use. You know what, I might just use that and then do like the basic shape trick I did over here. How does one build this? A little bit. Maybe our shade structure is like this then? Oh my gosh, you know what I should do? Oh my god, wait, big brain moment. Give me a second. So we reshape them all like this together. Actually, I'm gonna stack them on each other like this and bring it back down like this. So then they technically move together. So I'll do it to every piece, so then we have like one massive chunk that I can rotate. Okay, so if I did this correctly, this whole thing should move now. Okay, so here's our parking thingy. Our parking thingy. That's what it's gonna be called. Gosh, I really hope this works. Let's add some solar panels. Oh. You gotta move it back. Okay, now we're gonna stick these on top. Oops, my bad. How much are these solar panels, by the way? Oh, why are they so expensive? They're 20,000 Bloxburg cash each. What's the cheapest one? Oh, it's so much. It's still $5,000. Okay, here's our solar panel. Let's bring it back up. You've got it. What? Okay, so all that work and the solar panels don't even fit on. That is so sad. I don't want this to be so basic. Okay, I think I kinda cooked here. It's not terrible, but it's all connected, so I can actually just copy it over, which is really nice. I also added a beam on the underneath side. But yeah, I'm just gonna copy this over on each side. Gosh, I hope this looks good. It's not the same size. No, you've got to be kidding me. What happens if I overlap? Screw it, we're overlapping. I can't. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me, bro. This is sure something, guys. I'm so sorry you have to see this. After having it all together, it looks kind of cool because this is also like upwards, kind of like this. So I feel like it actually does kind of match. My goodness, that was a pain just to make it look a little bit more realistic. And then I just connect it like from here. There we go. I feel like we need that beam. It looks kind of funny, but I feel like we need it for the bigger ones. Physics, right? We have to think of physics here. I don't know. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is adding these windows over here, because this whole area is actually going to be a window. So I was thinking this, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's kind of a lot. Like that's kind of a lot. So I don't know if I want to stop it here. That's solid. I think that could be better. And then maybe just like over here as well, like that. And then maybe I just leave it like this. So like it's kind of like a staggering. But then I feel like we also need the windows over here. This feels so wrong. No, I think that needs at least a wall. This looks kind of cool on its side. Like if you're going up the stairs, part of that's glass. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel like the back should not have anything. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you. So we have the extra windows over there now. You know what else is gonna have windows? This cafeteria area. Here, a window here, and then maybe like, wow, I am so indecisive today. My brain cannot function. I mean, I was up until like 3 a.m., which is a shocker for me, but I actually like went somewhere. I've never stayed up that late for like the past 10 years of my life. I've never done that. It was definitely an experience. But but I'm tired, so that could be our case here today. I forgot about these tables, so I kind of like these more than these now. I have both just in case I change my mind, so we're just gonna leave those there for now. But that made me very excited. I forgot we had little round tables. So the next thing I want to do is focus on the stairway on this theater area. So I wanted to have the theater like lifted. So what I would need to do is add steps here. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually add like, I don't know if I want to go like 2 out like this and then do steps, or if that's like too much. I don't know. I think it's like too much, but 1 is too little. Oh my god, that means basic shapes. No, not again. My arch nemesis. Let's just go for it. Okay, here we go. And then I want to put another one in front of it. Maybe they're like those bigger steps, you know, where it's like you really have to pay attention to not face plant. So it should all come together. Yes, let's go. Something is actually going our way for once. My thought was maybe this side should be a little bit bigger actually, because then like there's more space like to wait for tickets and to get tickets. But at the same time, like if you're buying tickets, leave some space for the person to actually buy their tickets. Oh, someone mentioned for the steps. I remember someone saying in the comments to add a wheelchair ramp. I can add that here as well. We're gonna use this. The other option is I could put it sideways. Wait, that'd be kind of pretty. Oh my gosh, wait, you know what? I'm gonna make it sideways. Okay, there we go. Hopefully this is large enough. We're just gonna move this a little bit more, make it a little bit longer. We got ourselves a wheelchair ramp. Perfect. We have Archie here admiring the view. Love that for him. My audience has grown. My friends have joined. I ended up changing this fencing right here because like it just looked kind of funky, all jagged. So I moved it a little bit. I made this block go higher because it actually does that on that side. So I thought that was perfect. And then over here, I also moved this up higher as well. And now it's actually 2 and 2, so it's symmetrical. I want to work on our main roofing right here on our big building because I told you guys I wanted it to be like a rooftop that you can actually access. So what I'm going to be doing here is we have an elevator, right? So the elevator, we need to build around it. I'm on the wrong floor. We're gonna build around it just a little bit to make it kind of like a little hallway. At least at the Anaheim Convention Center for VidCon and stuff, there's like at least a little bit more of a hallway before you go to the rooftop area for probably safety, I'm assuming. We also have this area that does, what the heck? Oh my god, that just like, okay. This area right here also is access to the rooftop. We're actually not gonna have stairs here at all, like that. We're just gonna stop it there. This could be a little pantry. Not a pantry, that's for food. Paint supplies, closet. So I think I'm going to cut off the rooftop right here. I think this is where we're gonna stop it. I was thinking for the rooftop, just lift the edges a little bit and add some fencing, and it's probably fine. I just want like a regular thick fence. Like it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could just be plain half fence. That might be too tall. Yeah, the half fence is as tall as me. What if this glass one? Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. I'm kind of here for it. So that's just gonna go around the entire rooftop area. Okay, there's our rooftop area. And then we have like these little spots that need roofs too now. So I'm thinking to match like this kind of style, we kind of go with that as well over here. So if we do something like this and then just make it a little bit shorter like that, that's kind of cool. I like it. And then we also need roof down here, but I'm kind of wondering if I should do flooring instead so we don't mess up this area here because it will clip through, and then we can like add to it like later if needed. But this is all empty and it feels weird like that this would just be empty like this. Maybe back here it's fixed. Maybe we can do something like, we'll just leave it like that for now. The other option that literally just came to my brain was like, what if this became like a second floor to the cafeteria? What if, oh my god, what if I do this here too? It can be a second floor. Oh my gosh, it's giving like the cafeteria from High School Musical, but outside. Hello? Wait, this could work. Why is this kind of fire? This is kind of cool. Someone could just like skip class. They could just hop on over and leave. But other than that, I kind of like it. It's different. It's not something you would normally see. Guys, if I just crop it like this, it literally looks like I'm building a castle. That's so funny. Dancing through life, skimming the surface. So you guys would have no idea unless I told you guys, but also my character does look different. I had to stop recording because I ran out of storage and I had to like delete a bunch of stuff and it took me 3 hours. It's been a bit, it's been a hot minute, but we're back and we're gonna be doing some more. I did a little bit while I was waiting. So I added solar panels and I did the roof right here. I have this like piece right here, and realistically, like you wouldn't want people going on this side of the roof. You'd want them staying here. So I put like a little wall there, but people find a way, you know? So I'm like, do I even put that there? I'm not really sure. I added like this thing over here. I feel like I see it in a lot of modern architecture, and I thought it might be kind of cool because I wanted something there. If you guys remember from the second video, the second episode, where I wanted to put something there, but I didn't know. So I'm gonna start off with this and see what we think. The pillars and everything. I also added more windows over here. I end up going with it. Also, I keep like second guessing my layout and everything because it's so flat, but it's also just schools, I feel like. So I don't know. I want to add like some sort of like lifted area. So we'll cross that bridge later, but I want to focus on finishing the roofing because I did actually do this one over here. I just put like a slanted roof, like literally so simple. That's all I did there. And then we still have to do the theater. I think I want to do something like this. I think it would be really cool to use, instead of just having like a flat roof, I think I want to use the awning over here as well to kind of break everything up. I don't know if this will look weird, so we're just gonna see what happens. Okay, that does look kind of odd. So maybe we only do one and it's only above this area. I feel like that could work. I was gonna say we could add like the wall here, but it literally just gets in the way. It's so weird only having the one side as like this thing. You know what we could do? It won't be the same size. However, like that. So it's still like a pillar there to like have something. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. I'm trying to hype myself up right now. Okay, the roofing is not symmetrical. This whole thing's not symmetrical now. Oh boy. I wanted these like in between the planters now, but now that I'm looking at it, like I think we do have to move it over just because it doesn't look symmetrical anymore. Yeah, we got to keep it that way. Oh well, it's okay. And then what I'll do is I think I'm just gonna put this again right here. I think that's really cool looking. Wait, I like how it touches the roof right here too. That looks pretty sick. Not gonna, oh my god, wait, I actually love this. I want to put the same thing I did over here. Maybe we can name it. And then with the ramp, oh my gosh, wait, this actually looks so good. I think we should put a fence right here. That's kind of nice. I don't know if we'll keep that fencing there, but let's just put it there for now. Extra detail. Okay, you know what? I'm actually really happy with that. That looks super cool. I genuinely like that. So the next thing I have planned is I want to focus on like just placing the windows everywhere because we've started like a little bit, but I want to finish it. So I think for the front office, I think we should have like glass in the front. So I'm thinking we use these windows here. Oh my gosh. Wait, I think 3 fit perfectly. Oh my gosh. Is that like too much window though? Now I feel like that's too, well, I mean, that's kind of what office buildings are though. They kind of have a lot of glass, maybe 2. So then it matches up with like the roofing. I think that's good. And then I kind of want like a window on each side here. Just like to add a little bit more light. One here, we'll put a window, maybe like right here. Maybe windows right here for a little bit of a view, but not like, it doesn't need like a ton. So like that's probably fine for windows here. Although along this wall, it'd be kind of nice too. But I feel like, is that just too much glass? I feel like I'm just overthinking this build way too much. Like, girls, stop. I am gonna put windows on the little offices though. Windows here are good. Maybe some windows along here. Then they can like see out to the football field. Also, I'm kind of struggling with the football field, so please, I need advice for this part. So obviously we're gonna have basement there, and you know what, let's just put the basement because this is as large as it's gonna be because we can't go all the way to the edge. But I want to give it like an indent to where the bleachers go down. But the problem is, the more I make the bleachers go down, the less space there's gonna be for a football field. So I have to figure out how to fit bleachers on both sides with also having enough room for a football field and soccer field. So I'm kind of wondering, like, yes, I do this and I take the basement out, but I also just like lightly indent it. Like, I feel like the bleachers should be kind of small. I really wish we had more space because there's so much stuff I wanted to fit on here. I can't fit it all. I think we should be nice enough and give the gym teacher like a window. I think the computer lab could have like a couple windows, and then we could have like blinds over them. Like, that's probably fine there. I think that's it for the windows on the first floor, to be honest. But now we move to the rest, which I think windows up here would be kind of cool. Like if you could see into the theater building, and then we could match it over here. So then there's windows on both sides. Imagine this had glass and you could just like watch the theater for free. That would be so nice. Now that we have this area, what if this was another classroom upstairs? It was just like an outdoor type of classroom. How freaking cool would that be? Because we do have all that space. Oh, you know what it should be? It should be bathrooms. That would make sense, right? I'll take this area out. This is no longer going to be a bathroom. That's going to be a classroom. Up here could be the bathroom. It's only 3 stalls, but you know what? A stall is a stall. So we're just going to put stalls here. So this is my little trick. I like to use these because they have just a tiny bit of space at the bottom, like literally such a small space, but we don't have like actual bathroom stalls. So we're gonna use this instead. We don't have urinals because I wanted this to be like as like realistic as possible, but we actually don't have urinals, which is kind of surprising. We have, oh wait, we have like actual school toilets. No way. We're gonna use these. They look like actually, not me getting excited about a toilet. Hello? No, but like this actually works. You know what? Okay, this is gonna sound so weird and I'm so sorry, but from above, this looks like half of a hard-boiled egg. The water was just yellow. Ew, wait. Was there anywhere else we had bathrooms? I swear there was at least one more because one bathroom area is not enough. Oh, it was these. We do have these as well. So you know what? We're gonna get the stalls over here too. And then this is the boys' bathroom. That's why I left like a gap here, but we don't have urinals. I know that's like, honestly, it's kind of weird to talk about on Bloxburg. Guys, we need urinals in Bloxburg. That is just a real thing. It needs to not be awkward to talk about it. It's an actual thing. That's why it has a name. If it wasn't a real thing, it wouldn't have a name and we wouldn't be using them in bathrooms. So, what could I use instead? I think the closest thing we have might be this. This is the closest we're getting. I'm so sorry. I have friends online. Oh my God, I'm about to scar them. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, can we even type the word urinal in Bloxburg? Okay, my question. Let's see if they know. Do these look close enough to a urinal? Oh, we can say it. See? Normalized.
Yes, I knew exactly what you were doing. Yeah.
Okay, slay. Sorry, I was putting chicken nuggets into the oven. What did I miss? Urinals? He said, dear Lord. Why, hello there, Mochi.
I got the bus.
He's gonna crash it. Uh-oh, Rely crashed. Motorcycle is in the water. He's just looking at it. He's so sad. Mochi just wanted to crash his bus. He was like, can I come crash it? I was like, oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Stay off the road when Mochi's driving. Where are you going with that? You're gonna crash in the water. I think you're gonna crash in the water. Yep, I see your thoughts. Continue. You're almost there. You got this. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. It's just a car wash. Rely's got a bus now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. Bro, this is not safe. This thing, I kind of feel like I need to add like one of these things over here, just like a small one, kind of like what I did over here with the roof, but like just a thin one. So I'm kind of thinking like maybe I just do it like from here to here and I leave like a gap here. I just want to see what it would look like if I add something like this, and then if I use this pillar here like that, and then one over here, and then I also do this like just to kind of like show that it's still a similar style, but it's like slightly different. I don't know. I feel like it helps just a tiny bit. Also, Mochi's working on a really cool hotel. That's what he's been working on. And then we have Rely over here working on a steampunk house. And then we have Chloe and Tammy that are working on houses as well. So we're all building. We're all hanging out while building. I kind of like this. Maybe I need this over here then too. And then I'll have it go like across just a tiny bit more. Should the roofs be the same like thickness? Yeah, probably. But they're so far away from each other that you wouldn't even be able to tell. So like, we're good. It's fine. Honestly, I kind of like that. It's just like a little bit of something, you know? What would happen if I put one here? Little thickness, a little bit of extra structure. It's for those rainy days that never happen in California. I kind of vibe with it. I should probably get back to actually my windows because that's what we were going to focus on. So classrooms upstairs. I should look at my Pinterest board for classroom windows. So some float like this one. I like the windows in this one. They have just like stuff on the outside, like extra roofing. And then we also have this one. And then I love this shape right here, but I don't know if we could really fit that anywhere. Oh, you know what? We could do this thing. Maybe we'll do it here. What if? I'm just curious. What would happen if I use this? Because we already have it. It's kind of, oh, it's pretty big. You know what? Just for blank and giggles, if we all know that term, I want to try it. That's not going to work. So it needs to be like half that size. I'm just going to copy one of these over. We're going to rotate this. And I think that tilt is probably enough. I don't know if I would go any higher than that. We're going to mess with it anyways. And then I think that should be good. Architecture. Wow. It's kind of cool looking. I think this spot right here, I'm gonna add, I have an awning over here. Let's try this instead. Yeah, that's cool. And then we'll put one over here as well. Okay, so windows. I have a lot of these windows going on, so I'm not sure if I want to do them for these two. So let's see what we have. Okay, that might work. But then we need one like in between. We could stack it. That's kind of cool. I like this. And then I do the same thing right here, like that. And then we go to the next floor, and then we do the big window. At least for this section, that might be kind of nice. I kind of like it there.